The perfect tune to blasting mutants it is not. Welcome to part 15 of Blaster Master 03. I'm still running around this damn maze, and trust me, I do get through it eventually. Oh, guaranteed. I forgot to add a game to the list of stupid maze levels that I don't like. Freaking Alien Storm in that goddamn final level, I just hate it. It's one of those mazes where you have to guess which door takes you to the final boss, and then just hope to God that you have enough lives and resources to actually survive the final boss, which you probably won't because Alien Storm is freaking brutal. I honestly forgot how hard that game was until I played it last night. Alien Storm, even on the easiest setting, can still kick somebody's ass. It is that challenging. My words of advice whenever you're playing Alien Storm, and yes I know I'm making a words of advice Alien Storm tutorial in a freaking Blaster Master game, but play as the C-3PO dude. He's got an electrical whip and he's got the best range in that game, and range is everything. Okay, I'm done talking about Alien Storm, I promise. What I need to do here is go back to one of the exits where it will take me to a dimensional distortion, or at least like there are platforms on top of the dimensional distortions that I need to jump on. It's not that far away, but again I kinda have to find my way around because this place is confusing as fuck. Nobody likes mazes, unless if it's Pac-Man, in which case I like Pac-Man, I do love Pac-Man. But mazes, no. Oh, come on, we still got these gauntlets? Did I do this before? Oh, I don't even know anymore. Just more dodging around the evil Eves, or weaving around the evil Eves. Weave around Eve. Which Jason would never do, she's just too attractive. How many Eve is hot jokes did I make during this whole trilogy? Far too many. Eve in this timeline is more good looking than the Eve of the old timeline. Oh. Yeah, 32 bits on the PlayStation doesn't really look good for anybody involved. No, I'm being harsh. Eve did look good in Blasting Again for the 2 seconds of screen time she had in that one, but the graphics were just muddy looking and disgusting. I'm serious, a PlayStation game from 2000 that has Kryptonite fog in it and it looks all dark and depressing. That's the same year that Final Fantasy IX came out, and that game still looks gorgeous even to this day. Not to say that Blasting Again was bad or anything, I think it's one of the better Blaster Master games, honestly. But it's still mid-tier compared to like the original or the Zero trilogy, or even Enemy Below. But yeah, the graphics look terrible. Sunsoft was probably better off just keeping Blasting Again a side-scroller on the PlayStation with 2D graphics and up the graphics that way, instead of the 3D that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. But I don't know how well that would have sold for Sunsoft on the PlayStation. I mean, it's not going to be Symphony of the Night X4, 5, and 6 numbers, but it's Blaster Master, you got a fan base for this stuff. Blaster Master is a game franchise that everybody knows the name of, but they don't really know anything about, because either A, they just grew up with the original game, and no knowledge of 2 or any of the Game Boy games after that, or option B, they heard one of the theme songs from the AVGN, which is, something I guess. Or option C, and this is probably the more commonplace option nowadays, the Zero games reintroduce old audiences as well as bring in new audiences. I've heard a lot of people say that BMZ-1 was their first Blaster Master game. And it makes sense why people gravitate more towards these games as opposed to the original games. It is Inti creates, they made Mega Man ZX, Mega Man Zero, Bloodstained, Ashuri Striker Gunvolt, which are all popular games, so I don't see why this game wouldn't be popular too. And while I'm on the subject of Inti Creates and their collaboration with Sunsoft, I wonder if we're gonna get any more remakes, like a Euphoria remake, or another Spy Hunter game, or maybe a Journey to Silius remaster with better controls. I think Silius and the apocalyptic setting of Journey to Silius lends itself the most to being remade, because the original game is good, but boy does that game have a lot of problems, like the stiff controls or the fact that it's way too short. And the reason why that game was so short was because it was originally a Terminator game and they had to change a lot because they lost the license. Which didn't bode well because it was literally months before the game's release and they had to change a whole lot. What I'm saying is, it's 30 years later, the Terminator is not really that popular. Well, it's still popular, but it's not as popular as it was in the 90s. So just retry Journey to Sophia again with no strings attached to the Terminator and just make a dedicated Journey to Sophia's Sunsoft classic, or modern classic, and not almost Terminator, but it fell through. I am counting on you, Inti Creates and Sunsoft, even though I think you're probably not going to do it. Well, I can dream, right? Oh yeah, and bring back the classic soundtrack. Journey to Sophia is one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. Alright, so I'm on my way to the third boss fight of this area, and... oh, hello, Area 7 from BMC1. Call it a hunch, but I fought Gumbay, I fought Kana, probably gonna fight Stein. Yep. MA03. Adam. Whew, right here, Stein. Stein, are you listening to me? Oh god, come on, man. Please wake up, Stein. Dad? Tess, what's the matter? Oops, almost overslept. Close one. Sorry, but I gotta stop you here. Please get out of my way. I need to get through. Can't say I know what you're after, but if you want to get through, you'll have to beat me first. You can't lose, no matter what. We were told we had to stop him. Mr. Mug and I will help too, okay? My little daughter is talking real big all of a sudden. Ain't she something, Mr. Mug? Now then, let me reiterate. You're not getting through here. Test it, Mr. Mug. We're unleashing the full boost. Roger. I'll give it my best. That's a teddy bear. The dude has a teddy bear! Okay, the return of Adam, just like before with the other MA fights, it starts out pretty much the same, but he's got a couple of tricks up his sleeve. Whenever Stein powers up the Adam, it goes into full defense mode and is very tanky, and very hard to damage. Whenever it powers down, that's your opportunity to attack. Stein's got his whole arsenal back from BMC2, the drill attack, the missiles, the clouds that explode, but he's also got new tricks like Tessit coming out of the tank in order to fire a Kamehameha blast from above. But even testing her energy wave as well as the Atom firing upon you is no match for the might, the extreme power of Mr. Mug. Holy shit. If you let Mr. Mug punch you, you're going to die. There he is right now, so I just gotta keep away from him. It is a one-hit kill if he touches you, or at least winds up for the punch and it connects. The good thing, and yes, there is a good thing about Mr. Mug, is that he takes a long time to wind up for the punch, so you have plenty of time to avoid it. I'm serious, the fucking teddy bear is more dangerous than the ruptures in the space-time continuum. How? Inti Creates needs to make a game around Stein. Actually no, screw Tessit and Stein. Inti Creates just needs to make a game around Mr. Mug. That would be perfect. Stein doesn't have weaknesses to your weapons per se, but when he powers down, his tank becomes very, very vulnerable. Gah! Tess, how bad's the damage? Frame damage over 70%. Power output below 50%. I'm so sorry. I think this is it for Mr. Tank. You don't need to apologize. He was determined to break through, no matter what. Of course. We couldn't stop him, but at least we bought some time. Consider it a job well done. Let's get out of here, Tess. Bought some time. Bought some time for what? Oh god, Leibniz, he's planning something. Yep, you know this moment is coming. We're going to have to fight Leibniz again because he's pissed. I don't know. He's going to be a bit more determined to kill us this time. But the question is, if Leibniz helped out Jason, why does he want to kill him? If he helped him save Eve twice. There's a plot twist coming up here. Listening to that main theme always makes me feel good. It's definitely one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. The time for fun and games is over, however, as we now have to face Leibniz.
I should have known you'd make it this far. It's you, after all.
Leibniz.
Since Garuda was shot down on Sophia, I ran into Sophia. I've had a lot of time to think about everything that's gone down, and decide that you and I are enemies after all. They all said the same thing, right? You won't be getting past here.
Why are you all getting in my way? Are you protecting something?
Of course. It's really something. I'm just not going to tell you about it.
That vehicle. So you stole Garuda from where it was repaired on Nora?
Stole? I'm pretty sure they gladly handed it over to me. Seriously, you have this uncanny way of misunderstanding things.
Guess we were never meant to get along in the end, huh? Out of my way, Leibniz. I'm determined to do whatever it takes.
Oh, determined. Is that right? I was asked to do this. I have to protect something precious. From you. Up until now, I've never been able to protect what I truly cherished. But I was given this task, me of all people. It's truly a mystery, even to me, but I'll protect it to the end, even if that means making an enemy out of you. I have no idea how deep your determination goes, but my determination runs deeper than you can imagine.
If you don't think I'll do what it takes, you're dead wrong. Leibniz is indeed a woman, and kind of a... Oh no, she's hot! I'll put an end to you here. Come on, Rising Garuda. Oh wait, I just noticed the fox cat ears on Leibniz. Never mind, maybe she's not that hot after all. They just kind of get rid of the cat ears or something. I don't know what to tell you, Leibniz. Anyway, Rising Garuda is very pattern heavy. Just look at the background to see where she's about to zigzag to, and that's pretty much your tell for what type of attack she's about to do. Whenever Leibniz goes up into the air like this, she sets out these, I guess, explosive mines. I don't know what they are, but they leave a lingering explosion. Whenever Leibniz zigzags close to the ground, she will make a beeline for you. The second run through, she will just try to jump over you to psych you out. And then on the third wave, she will go up into the air and then slash down at you. Leibniz zigzagging close to the top of the screen, watch out for homing lasers, and then watch out for a gigantic homing laser barrage that will create an explosion. Leibniz has a weakness. In fact, it's the homing missile. The very same homing missile that he shit-talked earlier in the conversation with Ava. So, yeah, them's the breaks, I guess. This is your warning shot, Leibniz. It's going for your stupid fucking pretty face. I like this attack though. This pattern is awesome. He just jumps, or she just jumps over you and then jumps... Oh, wow, I can't talk today. She jumps over you the second time, goes for you a third time, jumps into the air, and then slashes down at you. This is, without a doubt, the best boss fight in the entire series. And that's not even counting the final boss, which is coming up the next part. It's Oh my god. Everything's awesome here. And also, the music is banging here. What is going on? The soundtrack just got way better all of a sudden. This is the best thing ever. I'm enjoying myself way too much here. The boss fight, and even Leibniz's backstory. And yes, that girl that looked strangely like Eve, even though she had a wavy bob haircut, that was Lucia. Wait a minute. Does that mean that Leibniz is also a lesbian, and she hates Jason because he has Eve, and Eve reminds Leibniz too much of Lucia? Oh man, what is going on here? I'll just chalk Leibniz's madness up to sexual frustration. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Don't tell me she wouldn't fight like this if she felt any other way. This is beyond Roxanne Richter behavior. There's not even a girlfriend there anymore. She's dead! Oh, why are you fighting me like this, Leibniz? And more importantly, how did you fit that head of hair into that helmet? That would have been really uncomfortable and sweaty. But knowing you, you probably don't care. Last desperation attack. Garuda turns red, it will fly into the foreground, and will spit fire onto the ground, which will shoot you up into the air. Leibniz will try to strike the Sophia from down below. Use the Thunderbreaker. I'm not sure if this move is an instant kill if you get hit by it, but I've never gotten hit by it, so I wouldn't know, but I've heard it's pretty brutal. Yeah! Jason! Okay then, she just disappears. Well, I guess all good things must come to an end, because next time is going to be the final part of Blaster Master 03.